Go out and buy a bottle of Pelee Island wine.
This video, posted on Doug Ford's social media service, Ontario News Now, has prompted a backlash against Pelee Island Winery, with calls to boycott the company after it was revealed that 2 weeks before Doug Ford gave the company a plug, the winery's president made a $1,000 donation to the PC party. We've told you about Ontario News Now before. It has a Doug Ford staffer posing as a reporter doing positive stories about the government. Critics call it propaganda. Proponents say it's great marketing. But Ontario News Now is facing a fresh controversy amid some concerns. It's doing special favors for companies that are donating to the PC party. Queen's Park Today, a political newsletter, found 4 other companies featured in Ontario News Now that had owners or executives that also made donations. Granted, it's a small number amidst the hundreds of Ontario News Now postings, and the Premier consistently loves to be a salesman.
Well, it's great to be here in Brantford, Patriot Forge. What an incredible company. They do incredible work in here.
One business owner featured in Ontario News Now told CityNews she happened to be at a news conference supporting small business when she was asked to do the Ontario News Now interview. She acknowledges donating to the PC party, but says she never met Doug Ford and insists there was no quid pro quo. The concern Ontario News Now is doing special favors, of course, is only heightened by the recent patronage scandal that cost Doug Ford's chief of staff his job. There are insiders who work for the government who tell me they believe it's time to shut Ontario News Now down. Don't forget, it's paid for by taxpayers, and the government has never revealed how much that costs. Ontario News Now has 10,500 followers. Its effectiveness is debatable. The Premier has boasted it reaches millions, but insiders privately wonder if anyone is actually watching it. And it could be doing companies more harm than good. Look at comments against Sobeys when Doug Ford toured the company's new distribution center. Boycott Sobeys. Any business affiliated with Ford will never see another dime from me. And yesterday, Pelee Island Winery was trending on Twitter with calls to boycott it. A big price to pay for a small donation. We posed many questions to the government about this story today, including who decides which companies are featured on Ontario News Now, and are there any checks and balances to ensure no favors are being made? We received a statement that reads in part, when the Premier is on the road, he takes every opportunity to promote the small businesses that he visits. They add that every party in the legislature has a caucus budget they can use to communicate with constituents.